Glenn, Dave's behind the camera. Welcome to another episode of the NCBeerBuzz. We're the NC Beer guys, and we're here today in Cornelius at the District 9 Brewing Company with Andrew, one of the partners. And Andrew, your last name?
Durstewitz.
And the other two partners are?
John Ashcraft and Aaron Burton.
Great. And District 9 opened this summer, and we are in the industrial park setting in Cornelius.
Yes.
And we're going to get Andrew to tell us all about what's going on here at District 9. Thanks for having us in today. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys coming by.
Great, great. So how's it going?
It's going great, man. We've we've been licensed for 1 month. We had a blowout opening. Over 350 people came by. I mean, the feedback has been phenomenal for us. We're really kind of blown away. We're all homebrewers. It's not like we've had massive industrial experience or something. A couple of engineers and a doctor.
So that's the background. It was a homebrew crowd of guys. You guys were brewing together.
Yep.
And it kind of outgrew the hobby.
Yeah, it just kept getting bigger and bigger. Excuse me. And we started just wanting to engineer it more and more and get repeatability. Something about the engineer in us said, repeatability is everything, not just moving on to the next beer.
And consistency.
Right, and consistency. So we started doing things like building cold rooms and getting, a 1-barrel stainless steel system, stainless steel fermenters, which are things that, commercial brewers do, not home brewers.
And you outgrew the garage.
Yeah, it got to the point that our HOA was getting a little annoyed at the size of our brew parties.
Wow. So you decided let's see if we can set this up.
Yeah, so our goal was by the end of 2013 to sell our first beer. And we weren't sure what the process was. We just said, we'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. So we leased this place in May.
Because nobody had any commercial beer experience.
Yeah, nobody had any commercial beer experience.
Okay.
Luckily, all of us have started businesses before. I'm in technology. I've sold off companies and things like that. So I'm familiar with venture capital, angel funding, how banks work. So we went into this carefully. We self-funded this step of it. We said, all right, let's try a commercial brewery. We want to see, do people like our beer? Can we produce our beer in a way that we like? And does this thing stay fun? Because we wanted to make sure that, because we love beer, we love the craft beer community, and we really love people. I don't know if you've read our site at all, but everything that we do is about beer that unites, because people are the main reason we're doing this. We're not just narcissists over the beer.
Sure.
It's about the people.
But you had to know that it was going to be fun.
Yes, exactly. We wanted to make sure that it was still an enjoyable process for us. Because the beer and the brewing is so much fun, and coming up with the recipes and thinking about how to, look at things in a different light, that creativity is very enjoyable.
But the business side has to be there too, and you have to weigh those.
Yep. So it's always a give and take, and even if you look at our taps, there's that concept is built into it. There's a series of seasonal taps, rotating taps, and then stable, unchanging taps.
Okay.
And that really bleeds into our philosophy of having very repeatable beer, realizing that this is a manufacturing organization, but also keeping some of the fun in it and saying, hey, look at what we just did. We just threw another keg of this on that is a little bit different of a take on something.
So we're going to talk about the beer in a minute, but this is, you said, the first step. Mm-hmm. What do you hope the goal in the future is?
Yeah, so right now we're in the process of trying to expand to a 3,000 to 4,000 square foot facility. We've chosen 10 barrels as the next step. You can go 7 to 15. We went for 10 barrel because you can get them in a brewpub platform. The point of the brewpub platform is that we didn't want to get into all the consulting and all the variables that come with that kind of a step up. As you know, anything in manufacturing, it's not a linear curve. It's like these huge leaps in complexity that you have to go through. So we tried to limit the complexity, limit the risk, because that, looking at it from a business perspective, I have to limit risk because there's money on the line.
Sure.
So we've decided on a brewpub platform, 10 barrels. We're going to do two 10-barrel fermenters, which means really just brewing once a week, 10 barrels at a time, with about 240 kegs per month. So then, the goal is if we can get that up and running and stabilized, then we'll start bringing in 20-barrel fermenters. And I think that has a good runway of growth on it. If we outgrow 10 barrels, then we have to get consultants engaged.
Then we got to figure the future out.
Yes, exactly.
So let's talk about the beer. You said there are going to be some flagships, some standards.
Yep.
Are those already being produced now?
Yep, they are. On our menu, number 12 is our pale ale. It's kind of a hoppy pale ale. It has a real strong malt body. Any of our beers that you taste, one of the concepts is that they have a strong beer core to them. and that if they have additive flavors like our Black Ice Winter Double is a very strong black IPA beer at its core, and it has some oak and whiskey and chocolate around it to make it a little bit fun, a little bit interesting for the winter. But the main thing that we do is try to have huge beer cores, and not, tons and tons of additives to them. So number 12 is our main pale ale. Battle Hymn Black IPA is a year-round black IPA. It's a phenomenal beer. We also have Outpost Black Tea Ale, which is a black tea infused ale, which is an interesting process that we've developed for almost randling the additional hops and the tea into the secondary fermentation process. Okay. So that's really just some engineering going on there. Those three are some of our main ones. Right now we have our Black Ice Winter Double, which is a winter beer. We also have a rye, and what we're doing is that's what we call our regional beer. We keep rotating our regional beer constantly. It was a Peruvian, now it's a rye. I think we're going to move on to a Scottish ale. So we're just moving around the world on that tap, just saying, hey, look at all these things. A little beer geography. Yeah. And we also have a rotating IPA. It's called Singularity IPA. It's a standard beer, but it really can't be labeled because its ingredients change. What it is, it's one base malt, one specialty malt, one hop. What we're going to do is every time we brew it, we're going to change the hop, but keep the IBUs the same. Mm-hmm. So it gives people an ability to kind of keep tasting the same beer and see the different twists on it as it progresses.
Maybe learn the difference of the hops too.
Yep.
It educates the drinker.
Exactly. So right now we have a Nelson Sauvin, and then the next run is going to be a Simcoe.
Great. And you said, back to where we started, it's going well so far. You're satisfied. What's been the surprise?
The surprise has just been the immediate adoption. People, we have a lot of regulars that come in, and every week.
When you say come in for the viewers, when are you open, for the public?
Yep, so we're open Wednesday from 4:30 to 10:30. That's our long day. We actually brew on Wednesday, so if anybody wants to come by and see us brewing, come on in, have a beer. It does get a little warm. There's a lot of steam that comes out of these pots, but it's great to see here and have a beer. We're open Friday from 7 to 10:30, and starting this coming Saturday, we'll be open on Saturday from 7 to 10:30.
Okay, great. And if people want the beer otherwise, they're out of luck right now.
Right now, yep.
It's here only.
Yep, and we just got the analysis reports for our 4 flagship beers. They're going to be put in the growlers and start to distribute it locally around the area. We're still looking at what to do with the kegs, given the small production capability of the 1 barrel.
So the first chance other than coming in is going to be in some bottle shops where they'll have some growlers.
Yep. Yeah, we want to support our local bottle shops, and they're asking, for it from us, but we want to do it in a trustworthy manner where we can continue to supply them in a reasonable fashion.
Good. And growlers go out of this tap room as well.
Yep.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great. What else is going on, and what do you want to say to the camera? What else we need to say?
Like I said, the main thing that we're doing here is that we're trying to take a very different approach. We're using beer as a modality for building a community. So really everything is about the people. And, that's something, working in engineering, that's something that I miss a lot. You work with the same 10 people day in, day out, and you argue with them. Right. Here, everybody wants to work together. Everyone wants to exist together. I think that...
And the beer community is so welcoming.
Yes, exactly.
We find that it's amazing when we go from brewery to brewery. It's not almost like they're competing at all.
Right.
They're all in it together somehow.
Exactly. And I definitely want to contribute to that and constantly just work with anybody who wants to work with us. We're constantly trying to push out there. We're actually, I think, 3 festivals coming up. We've got the Queen City Brewers Festival, the Black and Brews, and the
Winter Warmer, right?
What's that?
The Winter Warmer, is that in January?
I don't think we're going to the Winter Warmer, but then the spacing on it. All Ale to the Queen.
Okay.
So we'll be at all 3 of those, and we're just trying to figure out how to do a festival as well.
Sure, right. There's all kinds of.
Been to plenty of them. Haven't sat on the other side of the table,
and it's different from the other side, of course.
It is definitely.
We appreciate your time today. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
If our viewers get a chance and can find their way to Cornelius, which is north of Charlotte and right near Huntersville, we would encourage you to stop by to see Andrew and the other guys at the District 9 Brewing Company. And until next time, this is Glenn, Dave's behind the camera. We're the NC Beer Guys. And we'll catch you later, guys. Don't remember, drink local and keep your beer dollars in North Carolina.